friend, it's Pat Sloan here. So I have a bunch of things. First of all, on the calendar, I had Quilt Alliance today, but I forgot that I don't get this stuff in advance. So because I film in advance, Quilt Alliance will be next week, and the Sew Sampler, where I'm doing the pressed flowers with my sleepover fabric, but we have to wait until the reveal is done. So be sure everybody's got boxes. So we will get to that next week as well. So those two are moved over there. I am going to do some critter talk today. I'm going to put some, see, blank design wall. I'm going to put some critters up there. But I also want to show you the little pie cross stitch, and I am going to finish that. Yes, it's so tiny. Why is it taking so long? Okay, I'll talk about that in a minute. But before I do, I have the center of the baskets. Look at this. Look at this. I am so excited. So I have that floral, and it's a Brenda Riddle floral, that the one that I ordered, which is also the same as the white, but it's in light blue. So that will be here, and then I can put the border on, and I will get it to the spa. Get the flimsy to the spa. The flimsies are quilt tops, just quilt tops. It's not even that yet because it doesn't have the border on, but it is going to. I'm so excited. Okay, the other thing is the UFO, the swim team UFO. I have, all right, here we go. So here's the top. I trimmed it. I got it trimmed, and I'm going to run a little video. Let me just run a little video where I showed what I was doing to trim it up. Here I am trimming these corners up on the swimsuit quilt. I think I'll call it the swimsuit quilt. So I've got the big square, which if you don't have these 20.5-inch squares, you really should have one. There's so many times that it is useful. So I've got it out into the corner because I had put these large oversized triangles on, and I don't, of course, need all that. And so I am coming along here at the 4th inch mark, at the point to the 4th inch mark out, so that I can get it square. The same over here, the 4th inch mark out and square. And then now I will just do another corner, and then the middle part, so that if I do the other corner, just move this, and then I will come back and sort of meet in between to be sure that that's trimmed properly. So another corner. When you get the square here, there will be a section between where I didn't trim, and that will be where I square it up. Okay, so 1/4 inch. So I have to come down quite a bit on this one at the top here. You can see I have to come down a little bit more. So I'm going to have a little bit more trimmed off, because that was floating out there quite a bit more than the others. And then I'll just go ahead and trim, and then go back and get in between. So I've got the in between stuff to do next. Whoops, there we go. Well, I got that one weirdoed on the corner there. Do you see? I somehow had it folded under or something there. Okay, we got it cleaned up. There we go. Your last part then, for me, is between the two. So I will take the ruler and go my 1/4 inch. So I've got it on the straight, both sides, and then this little bit in between. And trim that up, get rid of it. Okay, do the rest now. So I've got the backing, the first chunk. This is the width of fabric, and I did doing it 60 inches for the back. Is that right? Yeah, 60 inches. I have a notepad. It is on a colorful pineapple. Okay, so I've got this width, but it's not, you know, this is like 41 or something for the width. So I'm going to do a strip. So I'm going to take the polka dots and make one strip down from top to bottom. So vertical strip on the backing, because this is directional fabric. Make a vertical strip, and then take and piece what's left into another strip, and I need about an 11-inch width. I can go for 10, so I've got to measure that and see if I have enough. I'm also going to, here's the roll I have of Morrison Park of my blue, so I have to cut 2 of these 4-inch wide strips. I have to cut a second one, and then I'm going to cut my binding from this as well. So I already have that done. Woo, and let's see what we can squeeze out of this. I want to squeeze the whole length, but I need about 10 inches. So I'm hoping I can get it all out of that. Oh, so excited. There, wait. Here we go. So I've got these 2 strips, which will be on the other side of this. So I have had enough. Yay! They're longer, so I'll have to sew these. I'll piece them together somewhere where it looks, you know, kind of decent, something like that, where it's not, you know, too, you know, chopped off. Kind of get, there we go, something in there like that. So I'll put it across like that. And then this is what I have left, my precious fabric. This precious fabric, let me show you the selvage edge, you know, because I bought it, I don't know how many years ago, 8 years ago or so. Where is this? It's called Swim Team. That was the name of it. Wyndham Swim Team. So there it is, for if you're going to obsess and try to find it. Good luck. And if you find it, tell me, I'll go buy some more. It's not like I haven't used it more than once now, but this is fabulous. It's fabulous. I'm so excited to have it on the back. Okay, there we go. Now I can get the backing pieced, and I'll show it to you after I've got it pieced. I don't know where my clicker is. Okay. So this is definitely get it done. Get it done, don't do any more work on it. And I really wanted to use the Swim Team for the background, and I didn't want to make it any bigger. And it just didn't feel, having the fabric, the white fabric for a border, just didn't feel that great. It just wasn't, I auditioned it. It was like, So here is the backing. Let me show you. Somebody asked me how long ago was this, and it's like, I don't know, 8 years or something ago that I bought this. Maybe longer. It was a long time ago. And so here is the fabric. I had to, I didn't want a really wide blue sash here. And so I put another piece out on the end, which will not be on the backing. It'll be on the rollers of the long arm, you know, to work. And so I'll use part of that well, I'll just go in the scrap bin because I have binding done already. The binding's all ready to go. And this is the, whoops, I'm going to make a label. I'm going to make a label with the selvage on it. And so that is what it is. Who knows? Maybe you'll find it out there somewhere. It's a long time ago that came out. Now, before we do the critters and before we do the cross stitch, I have been going through things in the house. I needed to make, we need to move some stuff around. We need to empty some closets and clean them out and look in things. And I talked to you about that a few times recently. So, but the other thing that while I was doing that is I had been collecting, I don't know if any of you wear Brighton jewelry. That's what my earrings are, necklace, a lot of bracelets and a lot of necklaces, and I've been gifted a lot of them, and then friends gave me some of their bags, and so they put a lot of their jewelry when you buy it in a pretty bag. They also have pretty tins that they did for a while, but the bags are cloth. And my friend Sue, a few years back, Sue took these and made a quilt with them. So I thought I would just show you. I wrote to Sue, she's on travel, and so she sent me a picture. It's a tiny picture, but you'll get an idea of what it is. Let me pop it up. Isn't this sweet? Look how sweet it is. So let me show you just, like, here's, like, she made from a heart from one of the bags, and there's all kinds, like, look at this one. Look how cool that is. Just all kinds of fabrics that they've done for their bags, over the years. Some with hearts, a couple bags with the hearts. And then she took all these ribbons. That border are the ribbons. She undid the ribbons, and they say Brighton on the edge, and then she top stitched them down randomly along to create the border, which I think turned out so darling. It is so cute. So thank you, Sue, for sharing that, and hope your trip is going so well. Here's a really snazzy one. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to take these bags and put them all together now down here in the sewing area. They've been upstairs with my jewelry in my bedroom. And so I think they will come down here, so that someday I might just cut them up and use them in a project. Maybe even someday I'll just work on just cutting them up so that they're now usable. Who knows? I could just put them into, I don't know what kind of a project I might do. But if nothing else, they could go into my 2.5-inch scraps. But I think it'd be kind of fun to do what Sue did and do kind of a project with them. So there's just so, here, look at this one. Look at that one. There, and look here. Aren't they pretty? Okay, let's go to the other side and talk a little cross stitch. So this is the pattern that I was using, and I did the, where is it? I did the pie right here. And this pattern I found out is also, it's published by the Fat Quarter Shop, and they have it as a PDF. So you can, if those of you who want to do a PDF instant download, you can get this. It is put, they are put into these little pie tins, which are back in stock. They were out of stock for a little while. They are now back. You get like a package of them. So, you know, here you go. See again? See, they're in the little pie tins. Aren't they cute? I love how they put the little ribbon. I have tons of ribbons, so I'll go find some ribbon. I'll take the burlap off. And these are the circles so that you can do the round cross stitch and, you know, have a mat. There's circle mats. And here is mine. So this is done on this tiny count, which I don't know, I forget what the number is. Which count did I have? 25 count. And it's too tiny for me, but I did it. I did one. Now Kimberly has a video. Let me just talk to you here again. Kimberly has a video with all of this, step by step, how to do this. I'm just going to show you my start, and then I'm going to do it, but I'm not filming it because I have never done this before. And you can watch hers because she's done tons of them, and it's very smooth. She goes right through, shows you exactly what to do. This is what I'm following, is her directions. So then I'll show it to you when it's wrapped around the little, well, template or whatever this thing is. So here, these boards, what do they call them? Mounting boards. So the mounting boards, what she has is a little piece of batting. So I got like a batting scrap, and then you take the sticky part off and you use the batting. So the batting will be, don't have any threads, the batting will be behind this. So it'll be wrapped around it like this, just so, but more even. And she does cut this away. She cuts all that away. And then I used one before I cut it. I went ahead and sort of auditioned it. You know, it's not stuck or anything. I just auditioned it. I kept doing this. I folded it up 2 sides and then other 2 sides until I was like, okay, that looks like it's about center. And because I'm not gluing this to the cross stitch, I'll have a little wiggle room. So I'll need to trim around here, and then she laces it. She does like a yo-yo, you know, the running stitch, pulls it in, and then laces it to hold it tight with this inside. So I'm going to go do all those components and then show it to you. So here it is. They're wrapped around. See, it's like pulled, like gathered, and then this lacing to sort of pull it in extra, and then she hot glues them onto the tin. So I will do that and find a pretty ribbon, and I'll be able to display it in the little tier tray in my dining room. So cute, so cute. So if you are loving these little sizes, plus there's a lot of other, on the video it's got a little Santa, so there's lots of other small cross stitches like this to do that you can put in the small tins. Super cute. All right, we're going to go back over and I'm going to get the critters out. Did I show you that I moved all them critter stuff into this red picnic basket, the antique picnic basket? Well, I did. They're in there. So remember, I also separated them into two sections. So what I decided to do was get out the more blue section because Shark Week's coming up. And so we're going to play with these ones that are in the cool, maybe summery type tones. And what I'm going to do is from this pile, and I added a few of the new ones that came in, the puffin, the dragonfly, add a few in this pile. So I'm going to do is pull from here about 20 blocks. It's not an exact number, but because there's about 60 and they're all different sizes, so it really depends on what grouping I pick out of here, and I'm going to put them up on the wall into something that will about fill the space. Maybe not definitely lengthwise, but widthwise, because I think that's a decent size, and then I'll see what they look like. So let me put some up on the wall. Let's take a look at this point. There are 13 critters there, and I pulled a lot of the things that had blue and then started popping in some pink, red, pink, and this has got, the toucan has, a little bit of other colors on it besides the blue and the black. The black and blue looks really good. So I need a few more critters, and I need a bit of other colors, and plus this looks too blue over here. Now of course this will all squish up some. It won't be quite that wide, which is good, but I need to make it just a little bit longer. So probably shift and move things a little bit to build it up. So let me do a little bit of that. Now I'm at 17, and I've pulled in, there's a little bit of pink over here, although I would like a little bit more pink or red, a little stronger pink or red. So I might have to like flip something, maybe take the butterfly and put it where the bee is, move it over there. Brought the big pink panda in. Let's see, the salamander. So let's see what else I can do, shuffling them around. The size of it is good now, so I'm kind of looking at color and seeing if I can fit a few more animals in here. So here we go. There's 19 critters up here, and what I did is up in this corner, so I switched the bee and the butterfly so I could get a pink balance over here, because the swan is gorgeous but didn't really have a lot of pink to bring a pop in down here. And then I found a small pink pig up there. Yes, a pig, he's darling, but I needed the pink. So this is good. I'm going for color, but I'm also kind of looking now, like with this one, starting with the shark and a lot of the sort of the watery and type everything but the pig, although pigs do like mud, and mud's water, so we're gonna go with it. And the panda, well, it's just he's cute, so he's a bystander. So but I think this is it. So what I'm going to do now is hunt around in my parts center a bit. So we'll take a look at that. So the parts center bin is right here. It's actually starting to overflow, so it has been overflowing for a long time. So I've got a bag of like blue and white. So I'm going to pull the blue and white and just see how a few of them look up there. So I found some smaller blocks because I really don't have room for much else. There's two little houses, which I think are so cute, although I'd have to switch them because the dark one against the panda foot, just it blends into the panda foot. So there we go. Let's just mock them up there. And then at the top were some miscellaneous blocks, have square triangles. Down here I found a couple of flying geese. Some other half square triangles. Because the spaces, I have to put it out on the computer. I have to measure all the sizes. I'll talk about that in a second. But there's just showing a few random blocks. A lot of those blue and whites were bigger. They're probably too big. There's a long space right there that needs it's going to need something. There, I think you can see it standing here on the side. I switched this critter, I forget what kind of critter that is, with the snail and the snake because of the yellow color in them. There was yellow all on this side but none on the left, so I switched it over there, which I could handle that with spacer fabric, but I decided to just switch the blocks and then it'll be good. So this is a go. I am going to use this layout, and what I'm going to do is take every block and measure it. Then I subtract a 1/2 inch from the length and the width, because that's the 1/4 inch seam allowances. That'll give me the finished size of the block, such as if it's a 3.5 inch block, it'll be 3-inch finished. And then I'll do my grid. I'll go on my computer, I'll do my grid, I'll lay everything out, and then figure out what size all the spacers are, and then I can determine whether I want to have blocks in the spacer or just fabric strips, or maybe squares or something. But I have to get all the math done. All the math has to be done next. So this will be up here at least for Monday's video, because I'll be taping that very soon. And then hopefully I can take it down. I have all the math and the diagram done for myself, so I know what my working diagram is. So excited to get the first one going. Thank you everybody for sending all of these adorable critters. And here's the first group getting ready to be a quilt, grow up to be a quilt. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.